So here are the external and internal features of a frog. So up here we have the head, and on the head there are eyes, ears, or the tympanum, the external nostrils, the mouth, and the tongue. So what's different from a frog's tongue to ours is that it's attached at the front of the mouth, whereas ours are attached in the back of our mouths. And it's covered in a sticky substance that helps it grab onto prey. And once it grabs onto prey, it pulls it into the mouth, where its teeth aren't necessarily used for chewing, but it's used to keep the prey inside its mouth. So here are its external nostrils. I say external nostrils because there are also internal nostrils that the frog uses to breathe outside of water. The internal nostrils are located just in the mouth over here. And then there's the eyes, which is used for visuals, and then the tympanum, which is pretty much the external membrane of an eardrum. And frogs use that to hear sounds on land and also in water. So here's its torso, its limbs. These are called its forelegs, which are used to steer the frog pretty much, right here. And then here are the hind legs, which are used to move and propel through the air to catch a prey. That's what makes a frog's jump so high, these muscular legs. And then as well, they have webbed feet, which assist them in swimming. So that's another cool adaptation for them. So now the internal features of a frog. So right here we have a digestive system. So it starts at the esophagus, which connects to the stomach to transport food to be digested. So it goes down here, back over there, and then here's the stomach. The stomach is where the food is mixed with digestive enzymes that are used to be broken down. And those enzymes, like bile, are produced in the liver right here, the blue part. And that bile is stored in the gallbladder, and the bile needs to be released for digestion. It releases it into the duodenum, which connects with the small intestine right here to mix with the food and be digested. In the small intestine right here, food is mostly digested here, but it's also being absorbed for its nutrients. The large intestine, undigested food is stored and it removes excess water. And then from there, we have our kidneys back here, if I just remove this. So here are our kidneys down here. The kidneys are used to filter blood and excrete water waste through the ureters, which go to the bladder, right here, the yellow. So here are the ureters, and then here's the bladder. And then for solid waste, it comes out of the cloaca. The cloaca is also used as a passage for gametes as well to reproduce. So now if we go into the respiratory system here, although it has lungs, the frog mostly uses its skin to breathe underwater through skin respiration. So by keeping the skin moist, it allows the skin to absorb dissolved oxygen in the air. Other than that, they use their lungs when they require more oxygen, like when they're active. And then here's the circulatory system. Here's its heart. Right here is the left atrium. So the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and skin. And then here's the right atrium. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the blood vessels. And then the ventricle down here pumps blood throughout the entire body. And then for the lymphatic system, right here, this is the spleen. And what the spleen does is it recycles old blood cells, produces and stores red and white blood cells as well. And here are the internal and external features of a starfish. So right here is the arboreal side, and then right here is the oral side. So the arboreal side is the ventral side of the seastar that contains the anus, and then the oral side is the dorsal side of the seastar that contains the mouth and the tube feet. So starfish have a radial symmetry, which means that it's the same all around. So let's start with the arboreal side, which is the side that's facing up when we look at starfishes. So first off, we have its rays, which are its arms. So the rays help with movement and capture prey. Right here is the central disc. It's the activity center of the seastar, which also contains the mouth, the anus, and the madrepori. A seastar has spines on its arboreal side, and these spines right here, the orange, they offer protection and they keep its surface clean from algae. The next one is ocelli. So ocelli are eye holes right here at the ends. They are used to detect light and movement, just like how a planaria has ocelli as well. So the next one is its anus. It's on its arboreal side, and it's an exit cavity used for waste right here. We'll talk about the water vascular system. So what happens in the water vascular system is that the madreporite, it controls water moving in and out of the seastar. So from the madreporite right here, it connects to the stone canal, and the stone canal connects the madreporite to the ring canal right here. And what the ring canal does is that it carries water from the stone canal and the radial canal in the water vascular system. So what the radial canal is, these long arms right here of yellow, those are radial canals. It happens throughout all the entire starfish. So what the radial canal does is that it receives water from the ring canal and stone canal, and it transports water to the ampulla right here. The ampulla fills up with water and forces fluid into the tube feet to help the sea star move. So now the tube feet are on the oral side, and these tube feet are used for feeding, movement, and some respiration. Some other parts of the starfish are gonads, and these produce reproductive cells for them. So starfish can either reproduce sexually or asexually. Its other parts are cardiac stomach, which is right here. The cardiac stomach is attached to the mouth, and it comes out of the mouth to digest nutrients. So right now it's out of the mouth. This hole right here is the mouth. And then its other stomach is the pyloric stomach. So what the pyloric stomach does is it breaks down food with help of digestive enzymes from its connected digestive glands. So right here are its digestive glands. So they produce an enzyme, and then they come over here and they digest the food. And yeah, that looks about it for the starfish. Some cool features is that starfish can regenerate as long as it has its arm and its central disc.